Hi everyone, welcome to Taste to Explore. My name is Darlene, and on today's episode I'm teaching you how to make pie crust. Pie crust is so easy but yet so delicious, and you can use it for many different fillings. So let's walk over to the ingredients so we can get started. I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I have just a little bit just to sprinkle on my surface. I have some ice cold water. I have 1 tablespoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of shortening, 1 stick of butter. They're both cut into pieces, and then that's it. So let's get started. So simple. We're going to use my handy dandy processor, food processor. So I'm going to put the flour in here. It's so easy when you use these machines. I mean, it's like a shortcut. I'm going to put the salt and a little bit of the sugar. Give it some taste. Now, the butter and the shortening needs to be really cold. I had it in the freezer for like an hour, and I chopped it up and put it right back in the freezer or so. And I just cut it in bite-sized pieces just to help the machine work it out better. And the same thing goes for the shortening. And the shortening is going to give it a nice crusty, flaky crust. You can use all butter if you want, or you can even buy the shortening that has the butter flavor to give it that extra buttery flavor, but I'm just using plain old shortening, okay? Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, at this point it looks like coarse, it's like sand, like wet sand, I'm sorry. So now we're going to put the water in here, minus the ice. It's supposed to be about 6 to 7 teaspoons to make it into the dough. So I'm just going to slowly stream it in. Done. Our dough just needs a little knitting, and then alright, so I'm going to throw on my surface. Alright, so I'm just going to sprinkle some flour so it doesn't stick to my surface. Okay, and a little flour on my rolling pin. Now let's take this out. Look at that. Real simple. Ugh. Real simple. Real easy to do. I mean, there's nothing to it but to do it. Okay. Make sure you got everything. Now, just work it a little bit, and we're going to put it back in the refrigerator just for a couple of minutes, so that way the butter and the shortening can still remain cold. Alrighty, so I'm just going to boil it up right now, but it's so forgiving, this dough. I mean, look at it, it's just like putty. So good. Alright, so I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to come out, and then we're going to start on our pie crust. So stick around. We're back. So 20 minutes later, and let me put more flour on the board. So here we go. Sprinkle some more flour. Make sure it doesn't get sticky. It's not a sticky dough. It's really nice and smooth. You're going to work yourself in the middle and just roll it out. You see how easy it is? It's just very forgiving. And you want to turn it this way. Rolling out my pie crust. Always keep your pie crust cold, because if you do it at room temperature, you're not going to get anywhere with it. So just make sure that you put a little bit of flour, just so that way it doesn't stick to anything, or the rolling pin. It's always the little tricky part of trying to have this. Let's start from over here, if possible. Make sure work slow but fast at the same time. Alright, perfect. Okay, so you see you have overlapping, perfectly fine. So without messing with it too much, help it go in a little bit, but don't push it too much. Don't stretch it. Just try to fit it through where it's not stretching too much. Alright, excellent. Perfect. Okay, now just cut off the excess and don't discard this. You can definitely keep it, boil it up, make some more. Right now this pie crust makes for about 1 9-inch. You can make some minis, or you can double the recipe and make 2. See how I have an empty space right there? That's okay, because I'm going to fill it with some more dough. That's a-okay. Then to make the design, let me just cut a little more extra. To make the design, it's really simple. I mean, it's nothing too major. I mean, there's several ones that you can do for your pie crust, and the one I like to do is just like a pinch. You put in your 2 index fingers together and you're just holding it down with your thumb, and you're just doing a pinch. Nothing. Well, this is too thick right here. Nothing too fancy. And you just do this all around. See? I'm just doing it all around. Anything extra, you just cut off a little bit, not too much. You're gonna need the extra flap to make your design. My pie crust is all done. You see how beautiful it is? You can do it too. It's not that hard. Yes, it just makes for 1. Actually, this is enough for 2. This is a pretty big pile right here. It's just the way I did it, but that's enough for 2. So it makes for 2 pie crusts. The measurements will be down below. You know, the holiday season is just creeping in, and I love fall. So right now I just made my pie crust and I can't wait to fill it in and show you what I have in store for you. If you have any suggestions and you want to see me make any kind of pies, leave a comment below. The holidays are coming. You should get your practice on with your pies and cakes and stuff like that that you want to see on your Thanksgiving table, Christmas table, you know, whatever, okay? So stick around, and I have a delicious upcoming video coming soon that is going to be the filling to this pie crust. See you later. Bye-bye.